Hello YouTube fans, this is Brad again, here to do a review and kind of a review of the Yongnuo YN968N Speedlite. There doesn't seem to be much information out there on this particular Speedlite. Again, this is the N version for the Nikon system. I purchased this Speedlite so that I had a Navy ball coming up and I needed an extra flash. I have 5 other flashes, 4 of them are Nikon, and I needed a backup flash, so would really rather had a used Nikon like the SB800 that you see here, or 700 or something like that, but I couldn't find one for the price I wanted to spend, so I spent $115, right around $115 for this Yongnuo flash. The reason I purchased it is, as I kept kind of going back and forth in the reviews and going back and forth in the information online, I wanted something that will operate with the figured maybe I try to get something to work with the Yongnuo YN622 system, which I have this, and I have 4 triggers along with it that I purchased. One of the triggers is on the SB800. Yongnuo, for some reason, they don't make flash units that out of the box work with the YN622N system, where you're able to adjust it and just, you know, from the head unit and talk to the flash or whatever, except seemingly this particular flash, which again is the YN968N, which is a pretty big flash unit. It is big. It is full featured. I mean, it does everything plus a feature that I am not very happy about. That it has a little issue with that has kind of thrown me. But I'm gonna go ahead and keep the flash. But Yongnuo, I hope you see this, because this just doesn't make any sense. You see up here in the top, right there, I have a piece of Velcro that's taped on there, and there's a button there. I'm gonna take this off for now, and you know, I got Velcro around here because I use diffusers and stuff that Velcro on and stuff when I do shoots, and so I went ahead and put the other Velcro around the top of my flash unit. But kind of show you some things here. I'm not going to go through all the features. Like I say, there's a book. The book is well written. All the information's there. Maybe there might be some tutorials online on how it all works. It came in a bag with this little pouch, a little stand, which actually the Yongnuo flash is sitting on top of, and it came with a little diffuser. Oh, it's back in the back room. It came with a kind of a yellow, or I guess you would call it tungsten thing that fits over where these LEDs are, so that you can have either white LEDs or you can have it, you know, yellow. The thing I want to cover here is that yes, its system does work well with the Yongnuo system. The screen on the back of it, go ahead and fire it up here. Nice screen. Menu, if you hold down this button here, the function button, and it does other things, but you can go into the, did I turn it on? Yeah. Modes, manual, multi, TTL. Let me go back to TTL. If you press this button, you get your link up and stuff of that nature. This will show it does link up with the Yongnuo Y622. And turn this on. You see that's on. I'm going to turn this off real quick. Turn it to the side here. Did I push that all the way forward? Yes, I did. You see, if I, hopefully you can see this. I'm going to hit just the test button here. Hopefully you can see that flash is going off. So everything works, everything links. You got full control over absolute anything you want control over. I'm only going to cover two things on this thing. One thing really in particular, but I'm just going to mention the one thing to me is a little odd with this flash unit being so big is that it's only up to 105 millimeters, which is to me a little odd that it doesn't go up to 200 millimeters, but it only goes up to 105. Hadn't done any testing on whether that's going to make a whole big difference or not. If you're shooting with a 24 to 70 or anything in between there, like I said, up to 105, you'll be fine. Even past that, it has it has plenty light output and things of that nature. But here's the one thing that throws me. That Yongnuo should have did a better job with, just a better design. I'm gonna go back here to the regular mode. I'm gonna flip this over so I can come around on the other side. Excuse me, I caught a little flu. I'm trying to get over because I have a shoot next week, 2 shoots next week. There's this LED bar right here, and this is the button. So if I hit that, it turns it on, it turns it off. That button, Yongnuo, needs to be recessed because you grab this head, and I'm gonna show you something. When you turn that on, it goes to this screen, and you take the dial and you're able to adjust the the output of the light of those LEDs. But all you got to do is slightly touch that button. And if you're on a shoot and you grab the head to move it, to swivel it around, it is so easy to hit that button. Like I said, it is right. There's no room. There's no room for error. I don't know if you can see that, and now I'll switch it around this way. There's no room there. I mean, all you got to do is brush up against it. Not only there, I'm not even going to push the button. I can push below the button and get the light to come on. Do it again. Turn it off there. But even if you grab it right below the button, right there, and if you grab it the wrong way, you'll cause the button to, you cause the light to come on. I've done it so many times. I sat and played with it yesterday trying to press in. There's a seam that runs here, runs around there, trying to press that down. But it is so easy. But again, the button needs to be really recessed into the unit. It needs maybe a ridge around it or something, or even in the menu itself. In the menu, in the Speedlites menu, to be able to go in and put the button on like a long press delay would be nice, so that not just touching it turns it on, but you have to touch, you press it and you hold it for 3 seconds or something like that, or where you can go into the menu and turn it off. It's not something you're going to use very often. It's not something you're going to be using during a shoot, just all of a sudden. I usually shoot, again, I use a diffuser. It's a homemade diffuser that I have. I should have brought one up here. And it kind of goes around half. So the head of the flash is sitting this way and I shoot with a harness with two cameras, as you say, you got your two primary, like wedding photographers. I got, I'm shooting crop, so I'm shooting with a 17-50 and a 50-150 lens. And the only one who makes that lens is Sigma. It's an old lens, but I love that lens because it's not, a 7200 would be just too much on a crop sensor shooting indoors. Outdoors, great, but indoors, it's just too much focal length. But you got a harness, you got two lenses going on. I shoot with my things turned out that way, so that when if I go vertical, that I'm easily able to just like that, and I got my lens and up to my eye, or back to this way, and say there's a diffuser right here on top of the lens. Let me turn it that way, but on top of the lens. But that is my biggest gripe with this. I wish they had other cheaper flashes, because there's a bunch out there that work with the, I guess it's called the 603 system. Matter of fact, this works on, yeah, the 603. They have Yongnuo have flashes that work with the 603, but this seems to be the only one that has the built-in capability to work with the YN622 system. So that was kind of a bummer, but that needs to be taken care of. That just won't do. I don't know what's up there. Maybe I know on the camera port, on the flash trigger itself, there's on the side here in this port, there's a USB to do firmware updates. Maybe they can add it into the firmware or something where you can add that to the menu to put that on a 3-second delay, or where you could actually go in and just turn that button off entirely. Just turn that button off. Something like that. But that would be just great. Again, this is not a full out how this thing works. It does a lot. It's just it's one of those that's up there with the Nikon's SB900s and SB910s, and in that arena, or say Canon systems, that upper level system. But even having the slave modes, and it just goes on and on, the things that you can do with this flash. I'm not trying to sell anything, of course, guys. Longevity, I don't know how long this is going. This is only my second third-party flash that I bought and purchased before. I have a Shaney, and you can see that one in my prior videos. I did not do a full review of it, but I will mention this: the Shaney and this Yongnuo. As I mentioned about the Shaney, and I did a head noise review when the zoom head moves back and forth, and I did a comparison between it and some Nikon flashes and one small little Altura flash that I have. This is just as noisy. So if you're shooting a wedding or something in a quiet environment, and you're trying to be quiet, the photographer shouldn't have a bunch of bells and whistles going off. You don't want your flash unit with this high pitch. This has that same high pitch noise that the Shaney flash has. For any other part of the wedding, say the receptions or your parties, you're all good to go. But I don't recommend this for weddings. I don't recommend this. I just put simply for quiet environments that you don't want people to notice you, because people will probably look up at you. Like I said, unlike the Nikons are awesome. They are very quiet. Anyone who has a Nikon Speedlite knows that the head unit, when the zoom head moves inside, it does not. It's a very quiet thing. The other thing that this flash has, I'm going to tell you about this. It's in the menu. Thank God they put it in the menu. It has a little speaker built in it, and when you get it, there's a little speaker up in the top left hand corner, top right hand corner, excuse me. It has one of those recycle buzzers. Recycle buzzer. I'm gonna call it that. It's like when you're in a studio and you have the big studio lights, and when the studio light cycles, and you get this this sound that says, "Hey, I am ready for the next shot." It has it on this flash. It is in the menu though. You can turn it off, because that is one annoying thing that you definitely don't want turned on when you're out doing your shoot. Maybe in your studio, that's fine, but you're using Speedlites, but not out on a shoot. Go in the menu by holding down, I think it's this button. You hold it down like 3 seconds, and which is the function button, and you end up in the menu. Scroll down, you'll see the speaker little symbol. Turn that weird old thing off. Other than that, guys, if you have any questions about it, like I said, I wasn't trying to do an in-depth review. I just had a couple things in case you were interested in this particular flash unit, this particular Speedlite, that it does have a shortcoming right there. I'll show that to you again. It does have the buttons, everything else on it I think are fine, but this doesn't work. This is no good. Anytime you grab it, as soon as you grab the head to move it, your hand is going to be right there. So now you have to consciously, when you go to grab it, to turn it, make sure you don't wrap your finger around there, because you're going to push that button. And once you push your button, it won't flash, because now it's in the LED mode. The LED lights are on. It won't go off. It won't do anything until you press it again. And you can see on the screen there, it goes back to its normal mode. So there you go, guys. Y'all have a good YouTube day. Thanks for watching.